Were you just fired from your third fast food job in a row because you kept asking every customer what would win, trebuchets or chimps? Then load your monkey into a catapult and scream eep eep, because this pod's about to soar. I'm Mark Ives.
I'm Cody Hansen.
And I'm Zach Walker.
And you're listening to Apples to Orangutans.
Anybody see an animal today?
No. I saw my dogs.
You have multiple dogs?
Mm-hmm.
Like your dog and then...
Oh, I have my dog and then my mom has a dog.
Oh.
And I live with my mom.
What's your mom's dog's name?
Mila.
Mila.
It's a good dog name.
Mila.
Did you see
that?
Any
Was
of them?
really
Thank you. I'm workshopping it. It was gonna be like Mila
Kunis.
no, like My Little Pony or something.
Nice.
Thank you.
It's really good.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's there. Structurally. Foundationally.
It's there structurally. Yes. Yeah. The bones are there.
The structure is the weakest part of his joke because he doesn't have
the
one.
Structure.
He has a concept that is a common beginning of
I like
words.
to start out with a solid foundation, and that's what I've done.
And it's that.
And that's what we've established that I've done.
Common sounds and words, and you can maybe find a pun there.
Yeah, and I did. Everybody, raise your hand if I did, and everybody's raising their hand.
I didn't see
and
a
you
single
can't
person.
disprove it.
We have it on footage and recording.
No, you don't. Those are directional audio mics made of glass.
So that would still be a recording then, wouldn't it?
It would be
if
a recording,
it was a directional audio mic.
Yes, but you wouldn't have seen
seconds ago.
He wouldn't have seen the hands go up.
When it
and they
did
go
your
up.
fun that you didn't do, and we could hold a poll on it.
Well, yeah, and do the poll, and they would be on my side.
They would.
Are we going?
Are we
Is this recording?
Yeah. Good.
Awesome.
All right, we're in
okay,
it.
so good. We're in it.
Do we have
so
to
you
do
were
your
gonna,
intro?
Well,
stop bullying me.
Before the intro, I think you were going to complain about your apple up top. Did you want to do that?
This is the worst apple I've ever felt, laid eyes upon.
All right, let me
I don't
figure
know
it
what
out.
you did to this. I think your process was you went to the store, you purchased what seems to be a Red Delicious, which is the worst apple. I don't know what this is. What is this?
It's from Michigan. Michigan apples, Gala.
It's Gala. Okay, that's usually a fine apple. This one is like really noticeably bruised in two spots. It's so soft all around.
You have not been eating
leathery.
the apples.
What?
Have you been eating the apples?
Yes, every episode. I'm not going to eat this one.
Oh.
This one is trash. It's so leathery and soft. It feels like
Get in
there's
mine. I never eat the apple.
plush.
That one's nice.
This one isn't. I feel like these are.
They've been in the fridge.
But at this point, my appetite has been spoiled by looking at the Red Delicious.
Yeah.
False advertising, by the way.
It's
this one's
horrible.
bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
This
It's
does
like
feel
weak
like
leather that doesn't you can't use it to make anything.
Well, give it to the Tang.
So many people
The
would be
Tang
happy
can
to
have that
apples.
apple for now.
So, okay. Don't do that. Also, it looks like you dropped it on like a sharp corner.
Give me the apple.
It's like there's like a really big gash in it.
You don't deserve the apple.
Give it to the Tang.
Yeah, I don't need to
wants-
deserve
he
it.
wants
Nobody
it.
does. Nobody has sinned that much to deserve
Well,
that apple.
welcome to Apples to Orangutans. And
Episode
Zach,
4.
after last week, I think my explanation didn't click with you.
Your explanation of what?
Of what we're doing on the podcast.
Okay,
and
sure.
And I think
Yeah.
you not really getting it
Yeah.
might have informed the result of last week, which I'm not going to
Sure.
spoil. But I think in that light, it's more understandable.
Yeah.
The outcome
That
was
I am just oblivious to the show and any of the concepts of the show.
So
what is it, Mark? What's the show?
So I thought of I went to the lab.
What lab?
And I thought of an explanation that's sort of more in your language.
My
Yeah,
Q
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what is it?
yeah.
What's wait?
Yo, it's a bracket system.
Okay.
1 versus 1. We'll find the best thing by the time we are done. It will be scientifically proven be the best Tang. It will receive the crown and title of top Tang.
Pretty good rhyme.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Why is that in
nowhere.
my zone?
Because you're a rapper.
I'm not. I've never told you I'm a rapper. I don't particularly. Rap isn't one of my top genres.
Are you goofing on me?
No.
Oh.
Have you?
I thought you were.
You think I'm a rapper?
What
like-
about your album?
What's my album? What do you mean? What's my album called?
Christ is
Are you
King?
gonna cry?
Donda?
Christ is King?
Yeah, Donda.
Are you thinking that I'm Kanye? It's Jesus
Are
is
you
King.
not?
I'm
Is that
not
true?
Kanye. No.
Oh, well.
Jesus is
You
King.
haven't started
Clearly
a,
I'm unfamiliar.
a weird comedy
Clearly
podcast.
I'm unfamiliar.
With who?
Kanye. I didn't even get the album right.
Yeah, you don't have to be.
Yes, I thought it was you. That's not a big deal.
No,
A lot of people aren't familiar with Kanye.
The
Not
big
everyone knows who he
but
is.
we are best friends, and you thought I was Kanye. If you thought I was Kanye this
Do
whole
you think
time,
Kanye was his given born name?
don't come
Do
after
you,
me.
But no, do you think it was his given born name?
I haven't
It's an
claimed
artist
that at all.
performing name.
Okay.
So who knows what his real name was?
That
Maybe
doesn't-
it's Zach Walker. I don't know.
I haven't
Who
looked it up.
knows?
Maybe it is. There's a
Yeah.
few. It's not me.
So that's the podcast.
okay. You didn't even
And-
explain it.
and it-
I guess you did in
Let's
your weird.
move. Let's
your
move to the
weird
first
rap.
round. Rather.
Okay, good. Your rap was surprisingly kind of
Yeah.
It was good.
If
There was a-
I don't know if Grace remembers this, but before you got here last week, I put my head in my hands like this,
I do.
and she asked
are
me.
you- is
She
something
asks
wrong?
me. She's asked me what was wrong, and I was like, I just thought of something, and she was like, "You're not gonna tell us," and I just thought of that like really cringe rap I was gonna do, and I knew I had to do it. But I opted to do it this week instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm grateful you did it.
Was
Thank
that
you.
was that an intentional plan? Like you said, it's not time yet, or did you just like think it was you like chickened out last week?
It was a little, I had two avenues, and I was like, we'll keep the rap in case I opt out
We'll
later.
stash.
Yeah.
We'll stash.
Because here's the thing, I might want to save it for an album.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
sh-
like why release it now?
you should.
Yeah.
it's
There's more
really
then.
good.
Yeah.
An album based on this podcast.
Structurally,
Well, an
it's
album
there.
based on, I was thinking you could get me connections and maybe
Yeah, I
we could do
don't have-
Donda 2.
I don't have
and
any.
slip it in there.
Donda 2 would be a bad album name.
Yeah.
And I'm not Kanye.
Oh, you're the expert.
I'm not the expert
So-
in rap music.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, I'll randomly generate the
let's
first
get
item.
things.
Okay, the first thing that we have on here is wealth inequality. Starting
That's
really
pretty
heavy.
good.
That's really
That's a
good.
contender for the top 10.
Starting really heavy.
We can wrap it up.
versus Christmas songs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christmas songs, like a little jingle bells action, maybe.
Yeah, like Christmas. Yeah, just like
That's
that.
a Christmas song.
When I was in
the red-nosed reindeer.
when
is Bound 2 a Christmas song?
Bound to what is
Yeah,
that?
it's a Kanye track. Obviously.
How do you
No.
know that?
I doubt it is. Bound.
Yeah.
Oh, Bound 2. I thought you
Yeah.
meant Bound 2 as in there's a Bound 1.
So you did know.
No.
Yeah.
I just
So you're telling me
explained
you're
how-
not Kanye.
Yes.
And yet you're all these lies and smoke screens that I see through them.
I
you might
just-
have them fooled, but
I just
see
made a
through you.
mistake and
And by the way, it is the number. It's not TOO. It's Bound
is?
2. The Arabic numeral 2.
okay. I'm not Kanye.
We'll see.
When I was in
We'll see
middle
later in the
school,
Yeah.
we had a piano unit in music class. And music class was the worst grade I've ever gotten in my life. And I enjoy music. I've done music
And that's
for a
crazy
long time.
considering he's a rapper.
It is insane. Because when you were in middle school, and correct me if I'm wrong, you released Gold Diggers.
No,
So
I did
like
not.
that's crazy
Also,
that you failed.
Kanye did not
music
release
school.
Gold Diggers when he was in middle school.
No, but you did. It's like a decade
no,
ago.
I did not.
Yeah.
What do you mean I did? I
You
did.
released it in middle
And
school about a
Kanye
decade
did.
ago. That's when Gold Diggers came out.
I didn't mean to.
Because you were in middle school.
I did. Sure. Yeah, I was in middle school.
Yeah,
a
when
decade
Gold
ago.
Diggers came out and you
When
released it.
I didn't release it.
Okay.
Did it come out 10 years ago?
I don't know.
Probably longer.
How? You're so unsure and sure at the same
mid
time.
2000s. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was in music class and I sucked at it. And we had a piano unit and we had to learn one song in the piano. And I practiced Jingle Bells for like multiple weeks and I could not get it. So then I just switched it to a song with like 2 notes in it.
Hot cross buns.
No, not Hot Cross Buns. I can't remember the name of the song, but it was easy.
Was it more
No.
difficult than hot cross buns?
Probably not. It was really easy. It was really easy.
Because we did hot cross buns in like elementary school, 2nd grade,
How early do you guys start listening to Christmas music?
right after Thanksgiving,
Right after.
or like maybe a couple days before Thanksgiving.
Whoa, okay,
Yeah.
you're really into it.
Yeah,
You love
I
Christmas
mean, I'm
music.
not like listening to it all every day, but you know, like I'll throw a Christmas song on when it snows,
But only when it snows.
just like a little bit, couple of them,
Just a
few
little
of them.
of
You know,
one.
as it gets closer to Christmas, my volume goes up.
At December 21st, 4th, it is just all the way to the
of what I'm
top.
listening to is Christmas
The
music.
house is shaking.
Yeah.
What's your go-to Christmas song? Or what do you think is like the best one? This is a question for both of you lads.
Mm.
By the way, we probably don't need to talk about Christmas songs that much right now because I have a feeling we'll be talking about them again later on in the podcast.
Why? You
Oh,
don't
what
like
do you
wealth
mean?
inequality?
Yeah.
This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's an open field. So let me just say this up front. I don't like Christmas music.
At all.
Yeah, not much.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I think it's a lot of it's repetitive themes. You know?
It is one.
That's really
It's a lot like country music.
Yeah.
I've never heard somebody hate on Christmas music in that way, saying it's all about the same
It's all
stuff.
about the same thing. Well, when you're like me and you've been listening to an artist with as diverse a repertoire as Kanye,
Yeah.
you know, like how I'm going to listen to one thing over and over again? Come on. The guy does
There's
R&B, he does hip hop, he does rap, he does Christian music. What
Okay.
doesn't this guy do?
Does he have a Christmas song?
I wish. I'm
sure
going
you
to
hate
listen
it.
to that all month long.
You want all December every day.
There's Christmas songs about a lot of things. There's
Yeah.
one about how grandma got run over by a reindeer.
True.
Right?
There's a
There's
song
one
about the reindeer.
There's one
Rudolph.
about going to grandma's house through the woods.
There are 2 songs with grandma,
There's
and
one.
I don't think that second one is a Christmas song.
There is.
Talking about the rhyme about
No.
like through the woods. We
Yeah,
go.
that one.
Yeah, that's
That's a
not
jingle.
Christmas.
I can. There's gotta be a song about it. Over the river and through the woods.
Yeah,
To
that's the
grandma's
song,
house
and
we
it's
go.
not Christmas
It's Christmas
related.
time. It's Christmas time. There's a snowman
Is
over
it true?
there. Yeah, that's the line.
I don't think that's.
I
true.
go to grandma's house and she has presents, and then
Okay, so it's
we
definitely.
see
Hey,
the
man,
tree.
you played piano in middle school. You know.
So how about this? How about we just send?
Everybody says the best thing about wealth inequality.
Okay, yeah,
knows.
that's a really good plan. Okay, I think the best thing about wealth inequality is it allows people like Elon Musk to innovate and to push the economy forward. So that's
and to
my
not be
best thing.
taxed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And to save his
innovation,
money for innovation.
job creation.
yeah.
That's good.
I guess genuinely the only thing that I can think of that's good about wealth inequality is it came up on this podcast and we had a few laughs. So
That
I
was
guess
pretty
that's
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Incentivification.
it's not good.
Yeah.
Insidious. Yes. Marketplace of
Work harder.
ideas.
That's true.
the invisible hand
Um,
and the like.
so we sending wealth inequality on to the next round.
It's gonna be
Because here's the
a-
thing: wealth inequality isn't repetitive. You know,
it's not. It happens
manifests-
to one person and then stops.
it manifests in very different ways all around the world. You know,
It does.
and so
that doesn't make
it's
it
like
good.
freestyle. You know, in a way
You're
that Christmas
so
music isn't.
rap focused.
Yeah, I came in with a song
episode.
in my heart, and I just have to sing it today.
Yeah.
Is that a crime?
No.
Thank you.
I'm voting for Christmas music and I want to talk more about it. But Mark's canceling me on the
We'll talk about
podcast.
Do we want to know what's next?
No.
Okay.
I'm mad.
All right. The random number generator got me effectively caring for a house plant,
Hey.
Yeah.
which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
versus looking for a new Netflix show.
Oh, a couple of verbs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got
Nice.
really excited about that.
Yeah, it's fun to have a couple of verbs.
Effectively caring for a houseplant.
It's
have
not-
have either of you guys done that before?
Well, let me say up front, these are two things I don't much care for, both of them, because
because they're not rap.
they're not rap. One, two. My girlfriend Riley, whom you both know and love,
Yeah.
has too many plants, and I wish she would less effectively care for them so they could go away.
Why don't you like
There's
them?
too many. They take up so much room. Her nightstand is like half plants. There's plants all over the place.
What would you rather be in that spot?
Nothing. Space. So I can put my phone and my keys there when I come over.
Where do you put your phone and your keys?
Yeah, like on the bed.
On the bed. Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
fun.
That's
Nobody
what-
wants
yeah.
their phone and keys on the bed.
Yeah.
What the heck?
So there's that, and then looking for a Netflix show, I don't know, kind of gives me anxiety.
That
Yeah.
is the
There's
worst.
too much.
There
Too
is
much.
also, but I feel like the first read of that is like surfing Netflix when
Yeah.
you with no direction,
Yep.
which sucks. But another way to read that is like trying to find shows you might like online. I kind of like that hunt. Like going on like, hey, I really liked The Office. What other shows would I
the most
enjoy?
dangerous game.
And look at, yeah, exactly. and then I'd look at Reddit and I look at random little lists. And that's
Yeah.
kind of fun to see
Yeah.
shows. And then I have lists on my phone of like shows I want to see. So I'll put it
Have
on
you
there.
like randomly browsed
pretty
on
good.
Netflix without doing any prior research or being recommended by anything and just like clicking on something that was interesting and
Oh,
then ended up being
And
hooked by
actually,
it?
oh my.
oh my.
Because I can think of a certain circumstance for myself.
Really? Well,
which
let me
is
hear it.
the docu-series Drive to Survive. It covers F1 and all the behind the scenes. And
Ooh.
it interests me so much I binge watched the entire thing, and now I watch F1 races on Saturday mornings.
That's awesome. Every Saturday
no,
morning.
they don't do every Saturday. It's
Yeah,
like
idiot.
Yeah, I know.
Did you watch the docu-series? And also the docu-series is so effective, like it has dramatically increased F1's viewership numbers. And now
Really?
other major, sports systems like the NFL want to incorporate, a very similar thing. Even though they
Well-
already have, like NFL has, but other.
Because
other
NFL
sports.
has like, what's the thing where they
Hard
follow?
Knocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard Knocks. That's the school I went to.
Very cool.
What is that?
I went to the school of Hard Knocks. It means I learned common sense.
Nice.
Thank you. Unlike a lot of people these days.
Yeah.
It brings it into a
How's
point.
this mask even stopping the virus?
Honestly.
So yeah,
Drive to
looking
Survive. I don't
for a
know.
Netflix show.
I can't think of it. I was surfing on Disney Plus the other day and
Not the
came
question.
across still streaming. Came across the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie.
Yeah.
It's animated in the style of the books, but it's 3D animated.
Wow.
So imagine
you had
the
your
2D,
glasses at
and
home.
it's 3D. It looks weird. It's 58 minutes long, and Mary and I decided to watch it.
It's a movie. And
It's a
58
movie.
minutes.
Wait. Is it 3D in the sense that Greg is in 2D and he's like off of the background?
No.
Or he's like a Pixar,
Yes.
like a computer generated animation?
Yes.
Does it look horrible?
It looks. I mean, it's not like.
Is it black and white?
No, it's all.
Oh, it's not
it's
black
all,
and white.
It's all
Wow.
color, fully 3D animated.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think it like the style is weird because they don't. The characters look just really odd. Like Greg, my coworker, described it as like this orb head with like 3
Yeah.
hot dogs for hair.
Nice.
But we watched the movie. It might be the most stressful movie I've ever seen in my life. There was genuinely no relief watching that movie. It was just like
Just constant problems.
it was constantly like Greg and Rowley just getting into like the worst situations possible. And it was their first day of school, or like their first month of school or something. And then there's like a scene where they go to Halloween and they go trick-or-treating, and like teenagers try to like run them down in a pickup truck.
Oh my
and they have
gosh.
to like jump a river, and the teenagers like crash their pickup truck into the
Oh my
river.
Lord.
I read
Wow.
one review that said, other than Rowley, every character in this movie is the scum of humanity.
Yeah.
And that's pretty accurate. It was just, it was a constant thrill ride, and not in a very good way. It had a couple of good funny lines, being Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Jeff Kinney's writing, probably.
Of course, yeah.
But that was one where I found something and I didn't really
you
like
loved
it.
Yeah.
And you watched it 6 more times.
I haven't stopped. I didn't go to work today.
So Netflix selection though, pretty good. Like
There's-
it's huge.
Oh yeah, just
There's
their
a
library.
lot of
Yeah.
content.
So does that make you more anxious trying to find a new show because of how?
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably paralyzed by choice.
I feel like Mary and I have like one house plant, and we're doing okay with it, still alive. I don't really like think about that fact a lot, but I feel like it's nice to see that plant and feel like, oh, we're doing it. Because sometimes it's hard. Sometimes they just die and you don't really know what's going on. But
Cancer,
I don't know.
probably.
Yeah, I think it probably is that
Cancer.
every case.
Or dehydration.
Emphysema.
Yeah, it's that.
COVID-19.
Plant vizema.
It's a really
Nice.
good pun.
Thank you.
You're on the ball.
I
today.
am. I
It's
know.
really good.
I know. I'm feeling it.
Are we ready to vote? We vote.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say looking for a new Netflix show.
Can you walk us
Why?
through that decision?
Yeah, I've never purchased a living plant. I go with fake plants. They provide the same value for me as a real plant, and I don't have to deal
That's
with
a really great point.
yeah.
Is you can just get a fake plant.
I don't have to
That's
deal with it.
fine.
And it looks
But
normal.
they are
Everyone's like, "Is that
pumping
fake?"
out that oxygen for you. How do you breathe in the room?
I got stabbed by a real cactus today. So
Where and how?
we were shooting a video at a studio, and I accidentally
there
dropped
was
this
a
little.
cactus?
I used a little one in a tiny little thing. We were using it as a little prop to make the scene look pretty, and it fell over, and I tried to grab it. Because it was
Oh.
falling.
Yeah.
And I didn't want it to. And I grabbed it, and it was a cactus,
And it
was a real cactus.
and it got
So
you.
if this thing was fake, probably wouldn't hurt as bad.
Yeah.
I didn't think that. No,
Fake
but it was real
cactuses, they
cactus.
use broken glass though.
It's common.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how common that is in the southwest of the United States.
fake
Looking
cactuses
for a new
with cacti
Ah,
with glass on it.
yeah.
Because the thing is, in the Southwest, they're so used to real cacti that they want their fake cacti to, have a similar texture. So
yeah.
I just don't understand why you have cactus in your house. The thing is an actual weapon.
I
sitting
think
around.
they're cool.
as someone who doesn't care much for how rooms are decorated, I don't. The plant, it's too much work. I'm over it.
It's good to have life, though. It's good for vibes.
I'm
It is.
into it for decoration. I'm good. I'm into it for being there.
Well, that's why, because the plant's a little too much, but you want some life there. So I just have like tanks of hamsters, just like fish tanks full to the brim with hamsters
with
just stuffed in there.
writhing
Yeah.
hamsters. Do you ever just grab a handful out?
Yeah.
Just
Well, sometimes
hold
I
it?
just stick my hand in there to wriggle it up.
What does that mean? Wriggle it up.
Yeah, just to see it move.
to
Just
feel
to
life.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to feel alive.
All right, I'm gonna vote for looking for a new Netflix.
I
show.
also am, because I realized it is fun to go through Netflix and add things to your list.
That is.
I like that.
But it also kind of stresses me out that I see my list and it's like, there's so much stuff on here. I'm never going to be able to watch all
I know,
this.
but then it's also like, I don't know, if you're never gonna always be in the mood for everything on your list, but maybe there's gonna be one thing.
True.
And it's just a fun little
Probably,
thing.
I'm also going to vote for the Netflix.
Yeah, suck it, plants.
It's like,
Give me
I
a hamster
dislike
tank.
plants. Yeah, but hamster tank's the future.
Give me a hamster tank. So we're sending
So 45 is what
Wait,
I got on the
we're
next.
sending Netflix
Netflix. Yeah. What
45
is
is trebuchets.
Yeah,
what is a
it's like
trebuchet?
It's not a medieval.
It's like,
It's like a Renaissance era catapult.
but it uses weight catapult. So like a catapult will be like spring loaded almost, but other ways. And a trebuchet is like, how do I explain it? There's like a weight up top, and then the weight drops, and then the motion of that weight will like fling a rope
Got it.
from under it, and then it'll start swinging at like a really fast velocity and then like launch a rock.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a golf ball or a hamster.
Have you ever seen
Or a lot of them.
Yeah, or a tank of hamsters. Have you ever seen the movie Narnia Prince Caspian?
No.
Oh,
Also,
there's Trebuchets
maybe.
in there. That's all.
I'll
That's
look
a
up
great
photo of
reference.
it.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
you pulled that out of-
What is trebuchets going up against?
Chimps.
Chimps.
Ooh.
Very tang
adjacent.
Oh.
Nice.
Ah,
Come on, Kanye.
nice. That's a yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was a fist bump.
I'm gonna
with
look
my
up a
idol.
photo of a trebuchet. I think I can imagine it.
What's going on with Google today? Is it like pizza's birthday?
Yeah, there's a lot of pizza. Yeah,
We
I'll
don't
click
know
on
the
it.
birthday pizza.
Loading. Oh, margarita pizza. I can make my own pizza on Google and cut it up. How fun! I'll do it
Yeah,
after
let's
the
stop
show.
the
I'll do it after the
podcast and
show.
do this.
I'll wait.
For
It's
an
really
hour.
fun. Okay. Oh, this is cool. That looks like a really intense structure. You can buy a little wooden one for your
Yeah.
desk.
So like imagine the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
If
then-
you at home don't know what a trebuchet is, Google it. and
Yeah.
look
Get
at
a
it
little
on your
wooden
phone.
desk
I
one.
built one
No,
in
you-
high school.
like a
Yeah.
real one?
In shop class. Yeah, a
Like
real
a
one.
tiny one.
It was a
With some
small
2x4s?
one.
Did
But
it
we had
actually
a-
launch things?
It very poorly. I believe ours
Yeah.
launched a golf ball backwards, so not where we wanted it to. We had a catapult competition where we had to design a catapult and then build it and
Remember
then see how far
Sam?
we'd launch
We
it.
did too.
And I thought
And-
I was the smartest guy in the world doing a trebuchet,
Yeah.
and that was not the right decision.
We also did it.
What was your design? 'Cause we also did
we
this.
work together? No,
No, we
didn't
did
work-
not.
Mine was just like a PVC pipe with
Mhm.
a spring-loaded like.
Now, correct
thing
me
with
if I'm
inside.
wrong. A lot of people did PVC pipe. It didn't work well.
Ours was like amazing.
Yours
Ours
did?
went, like
Okay.
60 yards.
Wait, yours was just like one pipe
Tube,
with like
and then on the side,
like a pinball type
yep,
of
pretty much.
launcher.
And on the side, you had two handles, and it would click back, and then there was like a release button, and then it just would launch a tennis ball.
So
Like
part of
60 yards.
Yeah,
It
that
was
sounds
crush.
awesome.
Part of
Yeah.
our test was accuracy, and we did not have the most accurate one, but we definitely got the farthest shot.
Oh yeah.
And it was a tiny bit complicated. And it was we built a big wooden frame, big wooden square frame, and then a small wooden square inside of it that's on a hinge. So you can imagine that square going up and down within the wooden frame. And then on top of our little square, so we can adjust the angle, we just took like a tight workout band and we pulled it back and then drilled a hole in the back and put like a little metal pin. And then we had like a small cup that we just put the tennis ball on. And this thing was like freaking taut. And so we just unleashed the pin and it would blast the ball. And it was always like, if you didn't pull the metal pin out fast enough, if you pulled it out just slightly and then the band shot, like that thing would fly out of your hand and kill
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
So it was a little less safe, but like it bombed the ball. So that's exciting.
That's such a fun little
So
project.
but unfortunately not a trebuchet.
Not a trebuchet.
Now what's trebuchet going up against?
Chimps?
Chimps. We all love chimps.
Chimps
here.
are sick.
We all love chimps here. Can't keep them as a pet though.
No, they'll rip your face off, I've heard.
Yeah, they go for the face. They
Which
go
that
for the
r-
groin.
That risk might be worth it.
Yeah, they go for
Considerably.
hands. For all
They
the
can live
funny
in
outfits.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And yes, for the possibility, do you think you would be more or less likely to go to space if you had a chimp as a pet?
Probably more
More
just because
likely.
if I had a chimp for the pet, as a pet, I would also be in a demographic capable of purchasing a chimp. And so I would also be
Right.
in a demographic more likely.
What
to
if you
go
stole
to
the chimp?
space.
I guess you
Chimps-
didn't have to steal it.
I
but-
don't know how much chimps are. I'm gonna guess $15.
No.
That's a solid guess.
No, I will
No.
guess.
If
I do want
this
to guess.
was The Price is Right, you would not be eliminated for that guess. 'Cause you're just
talking about?
right
I'm
under.
right under.
Chimp would absolutely be like
Let's all take our guess.
$15,000.
15,000. What's your guess?
I guess
for a
I
chimp?
don't. I'll say this. I don't know exotic
have to be
animal
trained.
pricing, but I would imagine that a chimp is like $50,000.
Okay, I was gonna guess $60,000.
Yeah.
Can you look it up?
I
Google?
can't look it up. Yeah.
Price
Look
of a
up.
chimp?
Go on eBay
Or
Can't
just
wait for
Google
my
price
IP
of
address
chimp.
to be
Price of
found
chimp. Yeah, the chimp stock
chimp
market
for sale
near me
in Texas. Cost.
Not to be confused with price of ape.
How much does it
Give
cost
me
to
that
buy
NFC.
$60,000.
Oh, look at
Did
that!
you say exactly that?
I did.
Congratulations.
Does that mean we end the podcast?
that means you get a chimpanzee?
and I just pick the top 10 and I get a chimp?
You get a chimp now.
Yes.
Yeah, chimps are awesome, and there's
So-
there's good movies about chimps.
so
There's
I'll
good
say this.
documentaries
Oh
about
man,
chimps.
MVP2, most vertical primate.
I think we're all like, passively positive towards chimps.
Very much.
Zach, what would be the best argument for trebuchet over chimp?
Oh man, the best argument for trebuchet over chimp. I feel like if I had a trebuchet and was operating it, that would be a safer experience than owning a chimp. So like, imagine like the closest you can experience these things, right? Owning a chimp and like hanging out with it, or launching
Yeah,
a
or
trebuchet,
seeing
like
a
launching
chimp.
a big old watermelon. That is safer than like being next to a chimp.
Also, owning a chimp, very unethical, frankly.
Yeah. Yeah,
if you-
I
what if you
have
take
a
care
few
of it?
only.
You can't. And not in the way it's supposed to be taken care of, which is in the
Wasn't there-
jungle
there's
What
like a
without
movie-
you.
What if I give it a tank? It's inside my house, of course.
What if I
give
put
it a
like 8 of them in a tank together?
Yeah, because this is the thing about animal husbandry. Everybody says it's so unethical, but yeah, that's only if you have one, right? All animals want to do is be together. All animals are pack animals, is what they're called.
True. All animals are called pack animals.
They
true.
travel in groups. They're also pack animals, as in you can put a bunch of stuff
You can
on them,
pack
and then
them
they'll
in the tank.
Yeah, they'll carry it, and you can stuff them in a tank. If you take like 10 chimps and put it in an above ground swimming pool, well, that's too little. Let's go 60 chimps and put them in an above ground swimming pool.
This is all so true.
They'll
Is this
love
a
it.
zoo?
They will love it. You will hear screeching day in and day out.
Yeah,
and
fun
that means I like this.
That means
I
they're
want
happy.
more of this.
Yeah.
Give me more chimps. And then you shove the chimps in there and you just put the chimps in so tight and you just try to stuff them in the pool. That is
this came up
it's
twice?
just I grew up in rural America
I'm dreaming of
and
this.
I understand how to take care of large animals.
Joe Exotic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And so that's your argument for why trebuchets
What are you
could
referencing? I
be
just need to
better.
know. Was it Joe? Like, what is
No,
this?
I was
No,
that's
it's
just
just
coming from my
there's
brain.
so much
I was
It's
re-
just a
sorry.
fantasy of
I
it.
was
so much realness.
referencing my experience growing up
Because there's
Yeah.
genuine people with like the exact
with
mindset.
tanks full to the brim of chimps.
You're not telling me
Above-ground swimming
Joe
pools.
Exotic, through transportation of his animals, for sure had probably just shoved some
Yeah,
of them
I'm
in
sure.
a tank.
I'm
And-
sure.
Yeah,
Shove them in that tank.
Just,
They
no.
like it. I'm sorry. I don't speak for them.
right.
I'm not the
Um,
Lorax of
okay.
chimps.
So what was your argument for trebuchet?
It's safer.
It's safer. Yeah. If I had to make an argument for trebuchet, this is what I'd say. Trebuchets probably more important to like the history of the world. It probably made like a bigger impact in the world than, than
it's
chimps.
not. It's called most vertical primate, not
That's
most
true.
vertical trebuchet.
So we're all voting for chimps. Chimps are advanced.
Trebuchets, seeing a trebuchet launch a watermelon would be so cool, or launch anything like that.
Yeah.
But it'd be cooler to see
and-
a trebuchet launch a chimp, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
for that reason.
You hit on it, because the best way, because you get that above ground swimming pool, and the cap, I've tested this, is 125 chimps. You can't with your hands, with manpower alone. You cannot get another chimp in there. But if you invert the pool and you like bolt it to a wall, and you don't have to worry because the chimps won't fall out because they're so tightly packed in there. It's like a big jar of peanut butter, and then
You love the chimp trebuchet.
you take another chimp and you load it up in that trebuchet. You launch that sucker in the middle of the chimp pool. That is going in there tight, and that's not coming out. And you can do that over and over till like 2:15. And
Zach
it'll be
loves
good.
his mass horrific violation of the Endangered Species Act.
Moved up to 125.
So yeah.
Chimps move on. All right, the next thing we're gonna compare is Arizona tea
Arizona tea.
versus
Strong, powerful.
tin.
Ooh.
Isn't Arizona tea held within tin?
I would have to look at the
Probably.
composition if
I'm
you can.
sure it's a.
But let me just say
aluminum.
this.
Aluminum.
Let me just say this.
definitely not tin.
What is this? 3000 BC. We have iron. Tin is basic. We've moved on.
Nice.
See you later, tin.
Nice.
We're going with Arizona for the win.
Metal Joe.
I love Arizona tea
Why?
because it's delicious and it's cheap and
Cheaper than
they
water.
put 99 cents on the frickin' can so it can't be upcharged by the gas station owner. An absolutely proletariat move. I stand with Arizona.
Are they
tea.
still? They're still 99
They're
cents
still 99
across the
cents.
board.
Yeah.
If you go to Alaska, there will be people trying to rip you off and sell you Arizona tea for like $1.20, but that's not happening in this
Arizona
house.
tea's against
Wait,
inflation.
what do you do?
What do you do?
No, what do you do when somebody's trying to sell it?
You
to
don't
you
buy
for
it.
Don't buy it.
Right.
You
Well,
do not
that's-
buy it.
You got to be against
Ever.
the system.
1,000%. You
What
cannot reward that behavior, and you can never buy peace tea. You can never buy peace tea because peace tea's entire business model is collaborating with the business owner. So the business owner puts them in stock instead of the Arizona, and it hurts the consumer because they go in wanting an Arizona, but there are none. Because if there was Arizona, we would all buy that and not the peace tea.
And then they
And
get
it's
the
a
peace
dumb
tea.
logo.
Do you not like peace tea?
I've never had it.
Ooh.
Wow.
You're
Because why? Because
a
it's
huge
the same
Arizona stan.
thing, but like 30% more expensive.
more expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I specifically hate their business model is we're Arizona tea, but more expensive. But gas station owners will put us on the shelves and replace us with Arizona tea.
Because they're more expensive.
Yeah, because you can upcharge.
Yeah,
And,
sure.
and their
They can
profit
get a better
margins.
margin,
Yeah.
yeah.
Business.
Yeah,
Margins.
Zach.
You went to business school, didn't
Yeah.
you?
I understand.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, greatest school in America.
Yeah, Arizona tea's amazing.
I agree.
And they have so many flavors.
Yeah, I really enjoy the Arnold Palmer one, the little lemonade iced tea. I really enjoy the raspberry.
I love
And
the
Arizona
raspberry. I
has
love the
Arnold
raspberry.
Palmer, or like that's theirs, right? Isn't that their branding?
Yeah, I
They
think
have
so.
his
Yeah.
photograph
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
So or is it like
They own him.
they
He works for them. He makes the
Yeah.
tea
He's
single-handedly.
not alive?
I do not like the mango one.
Bold.
I think I like
It's
all of them.
Too sweet.
Yeah, mango's
My
great.
least favorite, and this might be a crazy opinion, my least favorite is the original. I
What
like
is the
That's
original?
is
crazy.
the just the standard
Like the
lemonade
green?
and tea, the Arnold Palmer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I like all the other ones more,
Really?
but I like them all.
Green
I
tea's
don't like
good.
the green tea.
Sweet tea.
I don't like sweet tea.
What
at
tea do you
all.
like that they have?
I like the raspberry one. I
The
like
raspberry one might be. The
I like
best.
anything
love
that has a
raspberry.
bit of tartness.
Do they
in
have
it.
any other
when it comes
ones
to
than the ones we
teas?
listed?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, they have a lot.
They have fruit punch. They have peach
Oh.
tea. There's a bunch
The
of
peach
region-
one is
There's a
good.
bunch of regional variants. There's one that's like more lemonade-y than the Arnold Palmer.
Does Arizona own Golden Bear? Golden Bear is like a lemonade that comes in an Arizona can. It has
No.
another golfer that is its like mascot. I feel
Don't-
like I would get it on breaks during driver's school, and it was always really good.
Wait, what's
'Cause I
driver's
liked it.
school? Like learning how to drive?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like driver's ed.
Hey,
Sorry.
we did that together.
We did do that together. We were driving buddies. Fun fact.
So look up Golden Bear lemonade because I'm a bit of a caffeine makes me not okay. So I liked the Golden Bear option.
Is all Arizona tea have caffeine in it?
Yeah, so this is Golden Bear's Jack Nicholas. Yeah, Nicholas.
Jack
Nicholson.
Nicholson. Nicholas. Okay. Is it owned by Arizona?
Yep. Strawberry lemonade.
Boom. I liked the
I've
regular.
never seen this one before.
I like the regular Golden Bear. It's really good. Really good.
Oh yeah.
I believe all Arizona has caffeine in it because if it's just regular tea,
Mhm.
like iced tea, that
Yeah.
has caffeine
this
in
is
it.
cool.
I
This is cool
think-
branding
From
the
I
Golden.
think the green tea does not.
Okay, that's maybe
If I
my
remember.
least. No, it's my second to least favorite one. The sweet tea is my least favorite.
So Arizona tea.
Wait,
what is the best
it
argument
going
for
up
tin?
against? Sorry,
Tin.
Tin's very vital in
Tin.
things.
it's got a cool periodic table
but like
symbol.
we've moved on as a society.
From tin.
I'm over tin.
Goats can eat it.
The best thing about tin, I looked it up. It's malleable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the best
Yeah.
thing about anything. Chimps,
Yeah, flubber.
tin, flubber. Flubber?
You can't say chimps.
What do you mean? You come over to my house, you'll see how malleable
I'll have
chimps
you
are.
know, we're gonna have like 12 regular viewers of this podcast and like 80 members of PETA brigading every episode.
Yeah, and I'll be
doxing
able
us
to
and
defend
harassing
myself.
us.
I'll be able to defend myself.
Yeah.
Tin
Arizona
doesn't
team.
have much on Arizona.
I mean, okay. I mean, we'll say this. Tin, much like a couple things we talked about, it's like vital to like human civilization.
Yeah.
But like,
Is tin one of those chemical or one of those things you're supposed to have a little bit of in your body?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't.
Like,
By the way, but I don't think so. I meant to say no, not at all.
Cody wakes up and pops a tin supplement. Oh man, my head's hurting. I must be low in tin.
That is such a great scam. We could totally just sell other metals to people in pill form.
Yeah.
And people would,
Iron.
and tell them it cures coronavirus.
Yeah.
That's a
Magnesium.
huge market, I'm sure.
It's really big.
Just
I do
pick
it with
anything.
that medication for my chimps.
Yeah.
I'll just give them random metals. And I don't think it helps, but it's cheaper.
Our Tang stuffed animals right here, dude.
Yeah, he's not a chimp.
Do you
That's
think
true.
that's
He's
same
a Tang.
family?
He doesn't know him.
All right, Arizona team moves.
Arizona tea
okay.
does move on.
You should start taking tin supplements, Cody. I think it'll help you.
Hey
change your
man,
life.
there's a few on the periodic table that I probably take, weekly, paying attention to.
Really?
Hopefully.
Xenon.
Hopefully, you got zinc,
Yeah,
iron, potassium, magnesium.
yeah,
tin.
uranium.
And tin and uranium.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like the idea of scamming people and just.
I do too. I do too.
Can we
I think
compare
about
some-
it all the time. Like I'm in the car and I just hear about some of the scams people are pulling out in the world. And I'm just like, bro, if I had a weaker moral code, I could be just caked up.
If you had a weaker, that's a really fun question that you have made possible. If you had the weakest moral code possible, what would be the scam
I
that
could
you'd do?
1,000% start a call. 1,000% guaranteed.
Really?
1,000%.
What would it be based on?
Right now, if I had to start it, Donald Trump's a deity. That's it.
How would you?
But like I would deviate from QAnon because like he is the avatar of I would choose an Indian god because like Indians are like foreign but like not scary to older conservatives. And so he'd be like a avatar of Vishnu. That's what I'd say. And they don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. And so they would be like, "Oh, I believe it."
So many
So,
words I didn't understand there.
And then you just
Yeah,
Start bringing in
and
that
then
cash.
like
Donate.
I can talk to him and to like get like private sessions with me. You have to pay me like $10,000 and we'd live on a compound. It'd be fine. It'd be great.
Nice. Yeah, Arizona team moves on.
it does.
So final four, we have Christmas songs. Looking for a new Netflix show. Chimps and Arizona Tea. So we'll go back to the top. Christmas songs versus looking for a new Netflix show.
Okay.
Best arguments.
I think Christmas music is very cozy.
It is cozy.
And you got to get the right stuff.
With
you
a
got to
hot
get the right
chocolate,
stuff. I
a
like it.
fireplace.
Exactly. The stuff that elicits the
blanket.
sense of fireplace and blankets. I'm not out here.
Crackling.
I don't
in the
want to
fire.
listen to Frosty the Snowman a bunch of times. I
do.
I don't
I love
really
Frosty the
like.
Snowman.
It's a great song.
Well, I just think that like on a thematic level, it's like really moving.
It is. It is. Yeah.
The idea that this manifestation of the season
Your
is
vocal quality
is alive and walking among us, but that it's
among us.
fleeting.
It
I
is.
think it's a profound message for children and adults.
That winter is finite.
Yes, yeah.
That's
the holiday
what
season,
Frosty.
that life is
Wow.
because
Wow.
isn't the season, folks? Isn't the season just like a personification of the life cycle of a human being? There's a season for growth, season for death. I mean, come on.
Does Frosty get killed?
Yeah. He gets taken out back by Lenny. I believe. Yeah.
global warming.
It's
Nice. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he gets killed by global warming.
By Musk.
What happens to Frosty at
He
the
melts.
end of?
He does
melts.
die.
At the end of,
I
he
believe
does.
so. I believe he
He
melts, and they take his
dies?
hat. And they take his hat. He either melts or he like needs to go north to escape, but he leaves.
But every season,
Regardless of if he dies, he needs to leave the children, but he'll come back.
yeah, you just reapply.
Does
the
Yeah.
like one of them? Does one of the kids get to go with them at least?
No.
Just like
And
hang out.
And by the way, no, Frosty doesn't kidnap a child when he goes to the North
It would
Pole.
be an
Hey, one
honor.
of you, come with me.
Yeah.
It's just a hat, though, right?
hop in my Mustang, and we're cruising up north.
Frosty.
Mustang.
Oh,
Nice.
That's a new
it's
one.
Elon
He's
and
Elon.
Frosty. Frosty riding shoddy to Elon in the Stang, and in
Elon
the
would ride
back,
shoddy to Frosty.
it's a frozen ape.
It is.
Yeah, NFT
A
style.
freaking frozen ape. Frosty the Snow, but Christmas music is great. Like
In general, it's
the
great.
Christmas song, the one that talks about chestnuts.
There's a lot of versions of
Super
Christmas
chill.
songs too, like Frank Sinatra singing
Yeah.
Christmas
Ooh,
songs.
yeah, like old
Brett
vintage stuff.
Eldridge.
Ooh,
who's a
I don't know. Who
country
I
that
don't know
is.
singer.
any of these people. Well, I guess I know Frank
know Frank
Sinatra.
Sinatra, yeah.
I know half of the people you know.
Yeah. One of two.
And is there anything like let's circle back to looking for a new Netflix show? Is there anything else
I'll
there
say
we
this,
didn't talk about, or is there
Something
more?
I'm feeling out here. I definitely don't feel as positively about Christmas songs as you do. I tolerate them certainly, but by the end of the season, I'm always like, this is enough.
Yeah,
They are they're taken over and overdone.
yeah.
and
The
I-
argument you have is what I feel about Christmas movies. Like I can't watch the same Christmas movie every year because I get sick of seeing the same
Mm.
thing. You know, I gotta
Watch
give it good
Batman
gaps.
Returns.
As
Instead, is that just a movie you came up with?
Well, it's a movie that happens in Christmas, and no one watches it as a Christmas
Oh.
movie, but it's just a good movie that a lot of people in our generation haven't seen.
Yeah,
It's fun though. Danny DeVito's there. He bites off someone's nose, and black blood comes out. It's sick.
which
Whoa.
does remind me of Christmas.
Exactly.
So that's
exactly. That
perfect.
makes me feel warm and
I-
fuzzy,
I
like
will.
listening to the Christmas song. I think also Christmas music makes possible a really just outdone like trend of like talking and going very public about like when you start listening to Christmas music. I feel like you see like Facebook posts a lot that's just like after Thanksgiving, it's time to go. And then you're talking about that you start Christmas music now.
Is this a good thing or a
And
bad
that-
thing?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's a
I don't
fine.
like-
thing.
Yeah, I find both
It's
of these
the
things
best thing.
somehow in the second round. I find both of these things passively annoying.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I lean towards the Netflix show just because the payoff is like, oh, now I'm watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now I'm watching Squid Game. You know,
Mm.
but the payoff to listening
now
to
I'm
Christmas
listening
music,
to Frosty the Snowman
it's
for
sick.
an 18th time. And it's great.
I don't think I listen to Frosty the Snowman of the Christmas music I listen to, unless it's on in a store.
What do you think about All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey?
hot.
Okay. What do you think of
Good.
Do you like it?
Yeah, that's all right.
I also think it's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
like
a
it.
huge fan.
I'm
like
gonna
it.
vote for Christmas
You're a
songs.
big fan.
I like walking around downtown when the lights are on and the snow is out with
It's a
Christmas music
great-
playing.
Chill.
And
If you
everybody's
can
got
get
something
like
good.
strings based Christmas music, like violins and stuff.
There's also no barrier to entry to listen to a Christmas song. You have to have a Netflix account
Yeah.
and pay
True.
monthly for it.
That's true.
Not everybody has a Netflix account.
That's true.
you
Yeah.
know? So
Very accessible Christmas music.
yeah.
You know that a Netflix account is like $12 a month.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
everyone in the country has one.
Sorry that I have a lot of chimps
Like
to take care of.
to listen to Christmas music, you need either like a car with radio or a phone. You know, there's a barrier to entry.
You can just walk around. Someone's gonna be playing it around this time.
You
that
just
true?
walk around, hand
Yeah.
up to your ear, cupped. Just it's 10:30 p.m. and you're in the middle of a cornfield.
You just go into a public store.
I like and listen. Apparently, Christmas music move on, so I can say.
Are you
other
voting for Christmas music?
thoughts.
Well, I
Definitely.
want to hear. Or are you going to say one more pitch for Netflix? I think I'm going.
No,
with
I
Christmas.
was gonna say one thing I like about Christmas music. I guess I can make a pitch if you're on the fence, and I could try to salvage this thing. is
I think I'm gonna vote for Christmas
Nice.
music. Thank you for your pitch.
it's that Netflix is I think there's a reason we don't listen to Christmas music 12 months of the year. But you use Netflix 12 months of the year.
Yeah.
And that's because it's better than Christmas music.
It is.
Seasonality versus non.
Netflix is better.
If Christmas music was good, it wouldn't be confined to 1 month of the year. And there wouldn't be a faction of people fighting for it to not appear earlier than December.
Eggnog is good. And that's seasonal.
That's a great counter.
I like eggnog.
Well, the reason
good.
eggnog is confined to that one point of the year is because if I was drinking eggnog all year round, I would be 350 pounds.
You should try
Better
drinking
than
eggnog.
milk.
You should.
I had homemade eggnog once, and it was one of the best things I've ever had in my life. It was insanely good.
Homemade
Yeah.
with real eggs.
With real nog, even.
Yeah. Believe it or
Made.
not, chimp milk.
Liquids.
Yes.
Arizona tea is
Chimp
a
milk.
liquid.
True. And chimp milk. I have a lot of that. It's easy because
I
when
don't
they're
like
all
that we're now
when-
comparing chimps. Like Zach's found a way to get us back onto the chimp topic when we weren't even talking about
Yeah,
chimps,
and
now we're
we're
directly
about-
Well,
talking
this is
about
why I
chimps.
try to explain the bracket to Zach every week. He doesn't respect the sanctity of the bracket.
I do. I respect the sanctity of chimps. I am going to vote for Christmas songs.
Yep.
Same.
done.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
So chimps v AZT.
Oh, man.
Two things
Chimps are so
I
awesome.
hold dear in my heart. I feel like
Also, have you ever heard someone call it AZT? I just want to claim
No.
that. That's pretty cool.
it is pretty cool.
Okay.
Have you ever heard anybody say a cooler thing? I just like to
What I
make the
just
point
said.
that I just said an awesome
No,
thing.
I think
and
that's
I'm
the
cool.
coolest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
in my life.
I think you're the coolest guy I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
You're
What were you
welcome.
gonna say?
I was gonna say this.
Why are we off this topic so soon?
Yeah.
Cody's like way better than all of us.
True. Can we put Cody on the bracket?
Yes.
So we can give him the top
Knock
10
out.
already.
Just
Perfect.
delete the list. This is the last
Me.
episode of the podcast.
Me.
Cody's always the top 10.
Yeah.
Chimps versus AZT. Man,
Okay.
this is a battle.
This is a battle. Arizona Tea, obviously a bigger part of I guess I don't know your life.
Yes,
Zach, but
thank you.
A bigger part of our life than Chimps. You know, I'm having Arizona Tea on an almost weekly basis.
Yeah.
Is it always the same flavor?
No.
Is it always a different flavor? Do you ever have two flavors back to back?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah. We bought like a bunch at one time and just shared everybody's.
Do you ever buy the gallons? I always think
Yeah.
those are kind of
Yeah, I
fun.
buy the gallons,
Half
I buy
gal.
the tall can, I buy the package of
The
cans.
12 ounces were the move. When they moved on to do a
Mhm.
12 ounces, 12 pack, that
Mhm.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think one of the big sells for Arizona. And if I go to a gas station and buy a drink, it's usually not going to be in Arizona just because of the
the
caffeine
high sugar count.
and the high sugar count. Yeah.
Gosh, this podcast
But-
has been largely defined by Zach's aversion to caffeine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, I need to say it.
yeah.
Trying
to change the people.
But I love that it's in that big old can.
Oh yeah.
That is so cool.
that tower. Just
they also
towering
have,
above the other beverages.
I mean, and if your argument for not going with the big old tower is that you can't put a cap on it, they also have plastic options with the screw tops.
but those are less good for the
They're
environment. They're less good for the environment, which is why I don't take them.
Wow.
But
But if your argument is convenience, there's other alternatives.
yeah, it's very
I
diverse.
I think the plastic Arizonas hurt. It hurts Arizona's chances for me.
I thought you were gonna say it
I-
hurts to drink.
It hurts to
It
drink.
hurts me.
Well, yeah, you have
Zach
to.
eats his liquid.
Yeah, getting that whole thing in your mouth is really hard. That
Yeah.
whole bottle
hurts the chimps when you feed them it. For
It
sure.
does. It does. Yeah. But I do. I drink the liquid and then I give them the plastic. Because people will tell you that animals and primates mainly can't digest or eat or like even plastic.
Yeah,
And
they
they
tell
do.
you need to vaccinate your kids.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you?
Yeah. And I have on a daily basis.
Just put plastic right in the ocean
No,
directly.
well, yes, that. But I feed it to my chimps, and I don't have any other food. And I know that like a lot of my chimps are still alive. At least the ones I can see on the surface of the pool.
Yeah.
I know those are still kicking. At least a few of them,
Dude.
you know. But It's like, how can you say that you can? I just don't like the plastic Arizona bottle.
Piece of this podcast and cut it up and just use that against us. We're all going to be canceled.
Zach, I've been really trying my best to not be involved in the chimp scenarios that Zach has been pushing. But let me say this, because here's the thing. Chimps, it's a high tier thing on this list.
They're really fun.
They're both great.
So here's an argument I saved for Arizona because tin was a pushover.
Yeah.
Arizona, in terms of like business practices, among private companies, it might be the best private company.
Oh my god.
Because it best private company that like peddles a product. So because Arizona's have been 99 cents for like 2 decades, right? And they keep that business model in 3 ways. One, they spend nothing on advertising, which I love. I would love if we lived in an ad-free world.
Yeah, that would be hype.
And all the money that they could be spending on advertisement, they invest in trying to figure out how to make cheaper and cheaper cans to keep their price low. And then 3, they put the 99 cent on the can so the gas station cannot upcharge you for the can. It is like the most bold move for the consumer any company's making. The fact that they are not bugging me with ads, that they're keeping their price cheap, and that they are actively fighting against upcharging, I love it. So if a business can move on in any scenario, it should be Arizona too.
If they started printing new cans and it said like 149, what does that do for you?
I would literally think I would stop drinking.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty fragile.
But do they go eep eep though?
They do not go eep eep.
That is my argument. Chimps go eep eep and they make screeching noises. And we really have not talked about chimp-based movies enough.
Yeah.
Entertainment. Those are hilarious. Where they teach a chimp how to play hockey, and then it does it on screen.
What was the last time you... Actual answer. When was the last time you watched a chimp-based film?
Right before coming.
Nice.
The last time I watched a chimp-based film... was because I was trying to figure out what the best thing to do for Mary and my 1-year anniversary would be.
Very cool.
Not that. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
So this argument felt pretty flat.
But thinking of them is hilarious. The fact that MVP2 exists, most vertical primate. It is about a chimp who skateboards. That's hilarious to me.
But do you ever think about the fact that chimp was like absolutely had like the worst life in the world?
What? It's like a celebrity.
It is a celebrity.
It's better. It's all of its chimp
better
friends.
than living with other chimps in the wild, certainly.
Yes. Because those chimps are affected by envy.
Absolutely.
And what their envy is
after the
chimp
movie's done filming, Zach brings the chimp. He goes, "Okay, back in the pool."
Yeah.
Get in there.
The one to start preaching about chimp
and
ethics.
it loves. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. I'm a personal friend of Jane Goodall. Yeah.
True.
I know. I've waited this long to tell you this.
Yep.
I think chimps they're just super fun. I wish I could get more on the Arizona train. I think it's really good. It's a very good tea, and I love the can. Thinking about chimps, I just think they're sweet. Really cool.
They are sweet.
Vertical primate is the funniest thing that exists.
Chimps, let me say this before we get to the vote. Chimps in the 1+ column for chimps, and not the 1. They're very good. I like how they are, they're this creature that is somewhat kind of like Bigfoot. They're like in between a man and a creature. And but the thing is, them existing kind of automatically eliminates some of the magic, because like Bigfoot is closer to being a person than a chimp, because chimps, they do behave mostly like animals over people, even more so than like other apes. Like orangutans are much more cognizant of their own existence than chimps. Chimps are rather feral. So yeah, that's one thing about chimps.
They're rather feral. I feel like that gives them a point. in the argument. I like Chimps. I'm voting for Chimps.
And I love tea. I'm voting for tea.
Chimp.
I feel like it's almost a sin to not vote the Chimps forward because our podcast is called Apples to Orangutans.
But they're two different things.
But they are two different things.
They're so closely related, Cody. That's a great argument.
They're actually
literally
not.
the same thing.
They're more closely related to us. Than
They're literally the
orangutans.
same thing. I see a lot of my chimps at home. They grab orange spray paint and they put it on themselves, and then they start calling each other orangutans. And then a scientist
Cody, I
comes
know
over.
how much you use Arizona tea.
I'm looking
Are you kidding
up
me?
to see if Arizona tea has an apple flavor. Arizona
That would
tea.
be good. Are you a big apple flavored thing?
Well, the other it's
Another
apples
part of
to
our
orangutans.
podcast is apples.
Chimps
Yeah.
are also that.
They're also apples.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're masters of disguise.
I'm-
Eep, eep.
I'm gonna vote for Arizona tea.
Oh my gosh.
Thank God you made the right decision.
Yeah,
Oh
it's not
my
that
I
hard
love
for me,
chimps
actually.
too.
How
not
are you
that
going to
hard.
explain this
I
to all
love
of the chimps that I have?
I love chimps too, but frankly, they might even be the lowest tier great ape in my mind. Because orangutans are like number one.
Yeah, they're so sick.
And then gorilla versus chimp. I think I give it to gorilla. Gorillas are sick.
I also do.
And then bonobo above chimp. Because chimps will murder you. They're
Yeah.
like horrible creatures.
Yeah,
What about a what the heck is the really mean one? It has
in
like
Survivor, like
really
they're in-
sharp teeth
they're
and
in
like a
Survivor
pointy
18.
snout.
Oh, you're thinking of Coda from War of the Planet
Yes,
of the Apes.
I am. Oh my gosh, we
Oh,
didn't
you're
even
thinking of
talk.
baboon.
How did we
Baboon.
not? How did I not talk about that? I was too wrapped up in
Planet of the Apes?
in my bit. The new Planet of the Apes trilogy is
It's
the
great.
greatest trilogy of all time, and it is about
Trust
chimps.
me, if Planet of the Apes was the thing and it wasn't chimps, that would be
Yeah,
That's a different story.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a completely different feel.
baboon. That's what I'm.
I already
talking
said
about.
baboon.
No, you said bonobo.
I said baboon after
did
you
not.
asked the thing with the snout. While
Oh,
you
I
said
didn't-
Planet of the
oh,
Apes.
okay.
Yeah.
So we're
Baboon.
gonna pick between four things to pick our apple gobbler, the worst thing
Ooh.
on the list.
The apple.
What are the four things?
The four things, starting out hot with wealth inequality.
Pretty tough.
I love how there's just a few that we get that are so objectively bad.
Well,
Keeps it interesting.
We'll see.
Effectively caring for a house plant,
Okay.
a trebuchet,
A trebuchet.
and
Yeah.
tin.
It's
So tin's not it.
No, tin's very useful. Yeah,
Tin's
can
very
be tin.
useful.
And a
And then a
trebuchet
trebuchet is
is
cool.
sweet.
It's very
Yeah.
cool. But here's the thing.
And what are the other two?
Wealth inequality.
Yeah, that one.
and effectively caring for a house plant.
That's a good
Riley
thing.
has too many plants.
What does effectively caring for a house plant
It's
even
keeping
mean?
it
Keeping it
alive
alive.
longer. Get it out
It's
of
not
here.
that hard.
It's
It's
not.
really
It's
easy.
It's really easy. Do you
Not
know
that
what's
hard.
hard? Do you know what's hard? Completely dismantling a functioning social security system, and that's cool.
Yeah.
You're
And that's
defending wealth inequality
Yeah,
because it's hard to take away.
yeah. It is. It is hard. You know,
Why would that give it the point? If it's
because it's
a
hard
thing-
to do.
It's hard. It's not hard to have wealth inequality. It's very
Zach-
easy. You're saying
Zach,
it's
do you
hard
know-
to take away.
Do you know why we went to the moon?
I hate when he closes his eyes.
Yeah.
Like he has no
You-
patience for
Zach,
you.
Yeah.
do you know why
What?
we went to the moon? Do you think
Why
we went to
wanted
the moon?
to make it? We
Do
wanted
you think
to
we went
show
to the
that we
moon
could do it first.
because it was easy?
No.
Is
What
that why
this?
you
Are
thought?
you Kevin Costner
went
in a
to the
1990s
moon
family movie?
Because it's hard. Okay? That's why.
Yeah.
Elon's an innovator.
Okay, let me use your logic
Yeah,
against you.
thank
You said going to the moon, you said is a good thing.
Yeah, great thing.
And we did it because it was hard.
Mm-hmm.
So then taking down wealth inequality is the thing that's hard. So then with your logic, that's the good thing.
You're
Don't
being
close
a
your eyes.
wordsmith.
I'm
Okay.
Yeah,
You know what's
I'm
hard?
unraveling
You know what's hard?
your logic. What?
Founding a multi-billion-dollar company is hard. Being Bezos,
Yeah,
that's hard.
Sure.
Being
He could
Musk is
still
hard.
do it.
Okay? and he can't do it.
Yes, he can.
Unless he got the cheddar. Okay?
He
Send
would still
Bezos on to the next round, to the final four.
It's not Bezos.
I hate houseplants.
Houseplants. You're creating life. Wealth inequality is not.
There's too
creating
many.
life,
There's
and
too
it's
much life.
Is
that a take?
Crazy.
Is that a
was-
take?
I think wealth inequality also assists with there's too much life.
I
Yeah,
want you to know. I want you to know.
Houseplants, so many people, it brings them joy. I love seeing a plant. I love having it in my house.
Well, wealth inequality
I don't want
brings
'em-
people joy too. I just want you to know
That's
that.
true
Yeah.
in the wrong
Yeah.
ways. In very much the wrong ways.
Wealth inequality is gonna be
Yes,
apple
yes,
gobbler.
I
Yeah.
want you to know I was also going to vote for wealth inequality, but someone had to make the case.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
And so
And
you're
you
welcome.
made a very
Thank you.
valiant effort.
Thank you.
I almost hate houseplants a little more because of
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
So the apple gobbler.
Nice.
Nice.
Trust it to eat too much on that one. Zach's not gonna be able to talk for 6 minutes
It's
now.
pretty good.
That was the
Bite,
biggest
yeah.
bite. That's pretty good. All right. So Christmas songs versus Arizona tea for the top 10.
So this is a matchup that
This is a
has
championship
been pretty
matchup.
set up throughout the bracket.
Yeah.
Because
So
I have resisted Christmas songs at I think every level. And
Yeah.
Zach has made it clear that he is not that big of a fan of Arizona tea.
right.
So
And I'm torn.
and you're torn between
Literally torn.
your
So I'm
love of
willing
the
to hear-
season and your love of the teaser.
So I want to hear.
I'm
Nice.
sorry. Can I get Grace? Round of applause for that. How is no one clapping?
That one was good.
Wasn't that
It was
good.
the best.
It was
fine.
tease. Or as I say, it was tease.
Nice. That was better.
Yes!
Grace is clapping.
She's doing it.
She's clapping.
Guys, she's lifted up a sign that says great pun mark. That's awesome. Thank you, Grace.
I want to hear your best argument for Arizona tea and your best argument for Christmas songs. Unless you could be swayed, of course, by his argument. But are you on the fence still?
I'm gonna vote for Arizona.
What?
And here's why. Yes. Because what was Christmas songs?
Christmas songs faced earlier.
If
looking
Christmas
for a new Netflix
songs
show.
was facing Chimps, it'd be Chimps all the way.
Oh, so Chimps was just
Chimps was
your
like
number one seed.
was so
Okay.
my number one seed
Yeah.
throughout this entire thing, and I'm like milk toast about both Arizona and Christmas songs. I think Christmas songs are like
Have you come down from Christmas songs over the course of the
Yes,
bracket?
I have.
Okay.
So the thing about both of these is their value to me comes from like very specific times. And Christmas songs, it's like around Christmas, and I think about being with my parents and doing our Christmas morning, and my mom plays chill Christmas music, and it's like really cozy and lovely and great. And the Christmas music creates that tone and that energy. But that's like a one-day thing, and then it's fleeting, and then I don't really think about Christmas songs. Arizona, I have like really great memories of Arizona. I don't have a bad memory of it. I remember being in like 4th grade and hanging out with my friend, and his parents would deliver newspapers, and they'd have to get up like 2 a.m. to do it. And he'd have his dad would have me and my friend help. So we'd have to get up like after a sleepover at 2 a.m. and go drive around our town. And it was always like super tiring. But then after an hour, we were awake, and he'd always buy us Arizona teas. And that was a really fun thing. I remember drinking Arizonas on road trips to national parks, and it's always really good. And the can is sweet. And I remember you getting me in Arizona one time.
Mm-hmm.
You just like bought it for me. And that was a very nice and sweet thing. And it warmed my heart. And it is like you've swayed me with their business model.
It's a
I think
beautiful
they're a wonderful progressive company
He's
that
well
needs to
researched
stay
too.
around.
Yeah.
And Christmas songs it's not doing anything for me right now. I have
And
like
it's almost
so-
it's December.
I think, interestingly enough, I think over the course of this bracket, your opinion on Arizona tea has gotten stronger as the
Yes.
rounds have gone on, and Christmas musics have gone down. And so, arriving in this matchup, Christmas music had been battered throughout this tournament.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Arizona's have just been gaining steam
Wow.
heading into the finals.
Yeah.
Was that how you thought it would go?
I thought me and Zach were going to absolutely throw down in the
No,
finals.
it would have been if it was Chimps versus Arizona, which it was last time,
Yeah.
or Chimps versus Christmas music. But yeah, my number one got kicked out unjustly.
Does Arizona Tea make the state of Arizona better?
No.
Because of the name.
Not at all.
It doesn't
No.
increase the brand.
It's the
for
only
you?
thing sold in Arizona. Is a
That's
fun
true.
fact.
That's it.
Funny enough, that's true.
The bottom of the Grand Canyon is filled to the brim, like another thing I know. With Arizona tea. So
Grab my shoulder. Another thing. No.
yes,
I'm
I'm voting for
I
Arizona.
don't love that you just pull up these claims of Arizona only being sold in Arizona.
Well, they're true.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Try to disprove me, honestly. Come on.
You just lie to so many people.
Yeah.
Just so often on the
But
show.
we also give them facts.
Yeah, and my argument for Arizona versus Christmas is I was just gonna say if Christmas music was like actually good, it would be
Do
played.
you
around
like
here.
any Christmas songs?
I do. Listen. So I think I have been subconsciously harder on Christmas music over the course of this podcast, so Arizona could come out on top at the end. Because I think it's fine.
This is a long play
I
strategy.
think it's-
Playing the metagame.
I think it's-
Mario Party style.
Absolutely. I think it's fine. I just like by the end of the season, I'm always a little Christmased out. Like right now, and by the way, so I like would never seek out Christmas music, but when I'm in the car and one of the radio stations I listen to transitions to Christmas music at the end of November, and so I'll put that on
Right.
if my other stations are playing, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And this is when, by the way, I'm not listening to a podcast, which is almost never. So
Yeah, over the years, I've
I'm
got less hyped by it.
very selectively listening to Christmas music, and it's fine. But by the end of the season,
You're trying to
it's just-
preserve it.
it's a lot of similar sounds. It's a lot of similar topics. It's just like it's a bit monotonous to me
Mm,
in a way that Arizona just isn't. You know,
it keeps
sometimes
hitting.
you want something a little fruity, so you go for a raspberry, you go for a peach tea, but you know. Maybe you want something that's sweet sugar. You go straight for the sweet tea. Or maybe you want the little herbal. You go for green. I mean, they're really hitting you in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
So that's my
Yeah.
vote.
I learned a lot this
So
podcast.
for the first time ever, by the way, the finals isn't coming down to you, but what is
Yeah.
That's
your
amazing.
vote?
Yeah. I would be Arizona Tea as well. Just solely on the fact that it's
Wow.
great 12 months out of the year.
A
Yeah.
clean sweep.
Yeah, that one's not too hard. And that, have we, in prior episodes, it hasn't been so easy. It feels good to have one be this definitive.
It's true. No one is secretly harboring a vendetta against
Yeah.
another host due to the result, like last week caused.
Watch that episode if you haven't.
Yeah.
Well, great job, team. We came down to it. Arizona
Thank
Tea
you.
as
Good
the top
job,
10,
team.
and Wealth and Quality as the
Nice.
apple
Grace,
cobbler.
round of applause for that one. Am I right, boys?
Cody, you want to come over after this podcast? See
Yeah.
my chimp tank?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
125 of them.
Zach, Cody, no matter what he says, do not get in the gym.
I won't
You
jump
can
in.
get in the. They're
You'll
nice.
throw me in.
They're
No,
nice.
kidding.
It's soft. It's like a waterbed. Come on.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
There's a lot of uncertainty in this pod, but one thing's for sure, the real top tang is you. So thanks for being here, and we hope to see you next time. Now go tell your friends about us and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Keep swinging, Tang Nation.